Welcome back. We said we want to get to a new perspective on our mentality and get to appreciate that so we can go forward and really learn to work with our emotions, sensations, sentiments and fulfillment. But at first we need to start with our mentality, having examined that, our human condition and everything. And now we go into the new approach, towards our mentality. Like, our human journey, we all seek certain things. We said we have those 4 longings coming from the human condition, and we all find ways to meet those needs. And the common sense approach is just to go about your life and, things will work out. You don't quite work on yourself and on your happiness at all because you've never been told. This is kind of the common sense approach. And then the old aliveness code, so to speak, like the general approach that you see more in personal development, is to actually find those things, find your purpose, find the things that make you happy, and then go out and do those things. But with that, you actually chase the emotion of joy, which is not the fulfillment and which does not give the aliveness that we seek. Because in clinging to the things that you want, for example, growing this imagined like great massive business, or having this partner, this love of your life that you kind of imagine in your mind and you manifest that and you pull him or her in your life, and then you're going to be happy. Or the perfect health that you arrive at with affirmations, all those things. It's not a bad thing per se. I just have to say, like, what we do comes from a different place. The old aliveness code is finding those things that fulfill you and then get them into your life without altering the place where you're coming from, this kind of wanting to be different than you are. Because then this thing happens, which is very common for achiever type personalities. You get all the things you want and you're still unhappy. Why? Because you're still seeking for more, because you still feel you should be different than you are. So everything that you have should be different than it is because it's never enough. So the new aliveness code goes a different approach, and I really want you to ingrain that into your psyche, write it down, mark it, draw like a little picture around. So we really have this as a core fundamental in this course, that the new aliveness code is about feeling everything so that the longing drops away. See, the difference is not to uncover your longings, know what you want, and then get things to fill that longing, the things that make you happy, but rather to let go of wanting to be happy. Do not seek joy and happiness, but rather stay with what is right here and right now, the feeling that is here. That needs to be felt. Everything that is here right now needs to be accepted the way it is. Where I am right now, I need to accept myself as I am. And then the things that we want come into our lives, you see, is like twofold. In letting go of happiness and joy and starting with what is right here, even our negative emotions, and feeling them through. Letting go of this happiness and feeling those things through will actually lead to happiness coming back to us by arising from underneath when everything is felt, in the same way as changing ourselves. We want all those things in our life and we try to get them. And by letting go of changing ourselves and being okay the way we are, we actually tap into the power to really make some changes, and the change comes to us instead of us going after that. Do you see what I mean? It's crucially important, and I should have stressed this much more to the beginning of the video. This is the new approach. This is what we need to, really ingrain in our psyche, that it's not about getting those things to make us happy. It's about letting go of wanting to change our life, letting go of wanting to be happy. I know that's hard, but those fears need to be addressed and need to be met. And instead, with starting right here and right now, without kind of looking to the future too much about, when I then have this aliveness, I will change my life. All the things that we've been explaining in the first module, your motivation and your goal, that's all fine. We need to have this clear, but not looking for that. Starting with what is right here and right now. Accepting that, and all those things, all the aliveness will come to you, but you can't go after it. This is what I mean by the new aliveness code instead of the old aliveness code, what probably you have heard so far when you've been on the path of personal growth. So really let this sink in. This is crucially important. So And the result of the new aliveness code is then a feeling of fulfillment of our new approach, you know, a feeling of fulfillment because all the things are felt, there's nothing to be afraid of, the deeper sentiment arises and we feel fulfilled. We feel at ease, we don't need to run anymore, we don't need to strive, the things come to us, we don't need to go after them. We feel connected with ourselves, with all the feelings that we have, and when we feel connected to ourselves, we feel connected to others. And then we can really have good relationships with whomever we choose to. And we uncover the well of energy. Not only are we fulfilled, not only are those things coming to us, kind of working magic, so to say. This sounds quite far out, but you know, this is the way it is. When we kind of let go of those things that we cling to, life actually gives them back to us. And even if life doesn't give them back to us, we're still happy and fulfilled. You see, this is kind of working the magic to do more with less. You know, achieve more by not wanting to achieve more, letting those things come to you. And this is what true life mastery is all about. And, you know, in this course, we will learn that. So, and also we will tap into like the source of energy to really make the changes in our lives. So, new approach is that, letting go of all that. And the way that connects to our topic of mentality is this way. Is like that. The mentality wants to cling, you know, clings to the past, clings to the future, tries to make it happen. It's kind of the mode of doing. Our mode is different. The new aliveness code is about letting go of the mentality, even if it's hard, that needs to be practiced. And don't beat yourself up, it doesn't work for the first time. But the new approach is not to get those things to you, but to let go of the wanting to get them. Start with what is, start with this moment right here. You know, acknowledge that, feel it all through, and then those things will come. Or they won't, but then it's fine, because we find this fulfillment by letting go. And how we do that practically, we will be talking about in the next video. So let this sink in. This is crucially important that we go about this entire course with this new approach.